Welcome back, Bears. Today is Friday, December 6th. On today's show, we'll take a look into OSU football, winter fun, and music. Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare, was fatally shot in Midtown Manhattan Wednesday, according to CNN, and the Washington Post police said it was not a random act of violence. While details on the circumstances are not immediately clear, it appears to be a targeted shooting. CBS News reported surveillance footage showed the suspect rode away on a bike to Central Park after the shooting. According to the Associated Press, President Joe Biden pardoned his son Hunter Biden for federal crimes on Sunday evening. Earlier this year, President Biden stated that he wouldn't pardon Hunter. His son was convicted of tax evasion and falsifying of federal weapons purchase forms. CBS News reported that Biden claimed that charges against his son were politically motivated. CBS News also reported yesterday that President Biden is also considering pardons for critics of Trump. A blizzard warning has been issued across the United States yesterday as it crosses through the Mid-Atlantic and Midwest. According to Fox Weather, people have reported to have lost power, and the blizzard is currently affecting parts of North Ohio. The warning is only in place for Cleveland as of now. If you are planning on traveling for the holiday season, Amazon is offering a $25 flight deal to young adults. According to USA Today, Amazon and Student Universe are partnering to offer $25 flights. The companies are offering 5,000 flights at the discounted rate to Amazon Prime student members who are between 18 and 24 years old. And now to sports.
The girls basketball Bears defeated 65-38 in their last game. Boys basketball crushed Lyndon McKinley over Thanksgiving break with a score of 60-19. Tonight, the girls and boys basketball teams both host Hilliard Bradley at home. Girls tip off at 6 p.m. with the boys game following at 7:30 p.m. Tonight is TK night in honor of Tom Kaler, who passed away this week. He came to all of the girls and boys basketball games for a large portion of his life. This is the game of the week, and the theme is whiteout. Wrestling has their first match tonight where they compete against Lancaster. Tomorrow, the Wrestling Bears compete against Olentangy Berlin in the competition gym and Fieldhouse. Tomorrow's match is a team tournament called the Lee Spitzer Golden Bear Invitational. This event will be held for the 36th year in a row, dating back to 1988. Wrestling begins at 10 a.m. with the championship match looking to take place at 4:30 p.m. Assistant coach Mark Beebe said, quote, "We are all optimistic about this year's season, but upper weights are a number of young guys with limited experience," end quote. The dive team had their black and gold meet over Thanksgiving break. Tomorrow, the Dive Bears have a meet at the Ohio State Aquatic Center. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. and it can be watched live on Spectrum or listened to on the Ohio High School Athletic Association radio network. Last Saturday, Ohio State lost to Michigan at home, 13-10. Multiple fights broke out on the field at the end of the game. Aggression was also shown with the Ohio State Police Department, where they pepper sprayed multiple reporters and players. The conduct is currently under investigation. OSU and Michigan were each fined $100,000 due to the fights after the game. College football playoff rankings were released on Tuesday. According to ESPN.com, the Buckeyes are ranked 6 and Oregon is ranked number 1. According to NCAA.com, this year's college football playoff season is the first time for a 12-team playoff format on Sunday. On Sunday at noon, the College Football Playoff Committee will announce the tournament matchups. Playoff games will begin December 20th, and the CFP National Championship game will air on ESPN on January 20th. On Sunday, the Ohio State men's soccer team, ranked number 1, played Stanford, ranked number 16th, in the third round of the 2024 NCAA tournament at the Jesse Owens Memorial Stadium. Ohio State ended up knocking Stanford out of the tournament with a final score of 4-2. 2 years ago, the Denver Broncos added Russell Wilson onto their team. After 3 coaches in 2 losing seasons, they informed Wilson that he's going to be released. The Broncos decided to take on an $85 million dead money charge against their salary cap over the next 2 years. According to ESPN.com, the Broncos ended up paying Wilson $39 million this year after his release. According to NBC News, that allowed Pittsburgh to sign him for a $1.2 million contract for just 1 year. And now to Burke, who was outside at the Jones Maltway.
It's baby. Live on location with Burke.
What's up, guys? Today, we're at the Jones Mallway where the annual Winter Festival is being held this year. I'm here with Kathleen Coughlin. Can you tell me a little bit about your role in the city?
Yeah, I am the recreation supervisor for the city of Upper Arlington. Basically, what that means is I work on our recreation team. I primarily focus with youth and also our community events like Winter Festival.
Can you tell me a little bit about what Winter Festival is?
Yeah, so in about 8 hours, we transform this strip of Arlington Avenue into our Winter Festival. It's basically the official kickoff to the holiday season. The whole night really kind of culminates with our tree lighting across the way, and that is performed by our council members. So it's really exciting time for the community to come together and kick off the holiday season.
Yeah, for sure. Can you tell me a little bit about the behind the scenes efforts that go into organizing an event like this?
Yeah, that's a great question. Truly, teamwork is the name of the game. In terms of our city, a lot of different departments touch the event, starting with our streets team. They're already putting barricades and things out, getting ready for the night because we do shut down this section of a residential street. We work with our police and fire, obviously, and our parks team, who has been making it look gorgeous. They're the ones who are responsible for decorating the tree. Our recreation staff kind of handles behind the scenes. And then outside of the city of Upper Arlington is our mallway merchants. So working with them, they stay open late to kind of add to the excitement. You could go shopping at cover to cover. And then lastly, and probably most importantly, is the coordination with our schools. We're so thankful this year we have all 5 UA choirs from the elementary schools that will be performing, and those teachers give up their Friday night to come out here and kind of show off the talents of our elementary school kiddos.
That's awesome. So what would you say to some of the residents or visitors that have never attended the Winter Festival before to get them to show up?
So it's a really special night. I can kind of run through some of the exciting things that we have. First off, obviously, Santa and Mrs. Claus will be here. So if you're looking for an opportunity to talk to the big guy, he'll be in Go Yoga over there stationed. We have over 1,000 s'more kits, so kids can actually make s'mores here at the event. We have an ice carver who will be performing and making a cool sculpture, as the evening goes on. I mentioned our choirs who do a great job. And then we will also have cookie decorating out here, some concession stands with some cider, some hot cider and popcorn. And then lastly, you can take a carriage ride with horse-drawn carriages. So it's just a really exciting evening that really gets everyone in the spirit.
All right, that's awesome. The Winter Festival starts at 6 and goes till 8:30, correct?
That's correct.
All right. Yeah, so head out there. It'll be fun. And now let's toss it back to Ella.
Hey Bears, the Wild Lights at the Columbus Zoo will be held till January 5th. Sunday through Thursday, they are open 5 to 9 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 5 to 10 p.m. Scan the QR code on screen to purchase the tickets. The Columbus Zoo is cashless, so keep that in mind if you want to make a visit. Upper Arlington's Fire Department is supporting the 48th Annual Firefighters for Kids program, which ensures all kids in Columbus have gifts to unwrap during the holiday season. They are hosting a toy drive next Saturday from 9 to 3 at Fire Station 72 on Reed Road. Community members are encouraged to donate new unwrapped toys from kids aged 0 to 12. If you are unable to make it to the one in UA, there are several other donation locations in Dublin, New Albany, and Worthington. Another local holiday activity is Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the musical, presented by Broadway in Columbus. It's being held till December 8th and at the Palace Theater from 3 to 5 p.m. Tickets range from $35 to $115, and you can scan the QR code to purchase them. Girl in Red is here in Columbus tonight at the Athenaeum for her I Have to See You Again tour, performing her new album, I'm Doing It Again, Baby. This is her 4th tour, and she's previously been a part of the Eras Tour, Billie Eilish's Happier Than Ever tour, Clairo, and Conan Gray's tours. Kendrick Lamar's released his 5th studio album, GNX, unexpectedly on November 22nd and has landed the top 5 on the Hot 100 and title of #1 album. He also announced that he will be touring with SZA on the Grand National Tour April of 2025, hitting 19 stadiums around the country. Presale is available now on Ticketmaster, SeatGeek, StubHub, and his official website. Fishinger Road is now fully open after being under construction since late spring of 2022. It was the first major reconstruction of the road in nearly 60 years.
New high-end condos are now also being built near Fishinger Road on Riverside Drive. And now Officer Luke is in the studio with us to draw names for the PTO.
Hey Bears, it's Officer Luke. One thing I want to talk to you before we get to the PTO drawing is we have some slick roads. Winter weather is unfortunately upon us. Some things to think about: drive a little bit slower, especially if the roads are bad. Watch out for some of that black ice. Also, kind of prepare yourself in the vehicle. I know a lot of you don't like to wear winter coats into school, so at least have them in your vehicles. Have maybe some blankets and some supplies in your vehicle just in case you become stranded. Make sure your phones are charged. All right, now on to the PTO drawing. So the first name we have is going to be, Dimitri with a V. Vlasidis. See who we got in here. It's probably going to be another hard name, huh? Chase Wetzel. And Audrey Galt. So it looks like we have some gift cards for Chipotle. So hopefully you're not one of the three that skip on the east side of the building. One more? We have 4? All right. One more. Carolyn Mauser. So if you were selected, swing on by to Mrs. Fountain's and she'll provide the gift cards. A couple other things on December 16th at 3:15, the PTO will provide cookies, water for students who need a little sugar rush as they study for the finals. Cookies will be set up on the north end on the second floor of Golden Bear Boulevard. There'll be gluten-free, nut-free, and dairy-free options available. Also, December 18th, 19th, and 20th, the PTO will have out some snacks in the morning for the finals week. Back to Bridget.
'Tis the season. The well-known Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting was Wednesday night, according to CBS. For the first time since 1959, the tree came from Massachusetts. The tree will be lit from now until 9 a.m. on New Year's Eve. Student Council is hosting a door decorating contest, and the art department will be judging the contestants. All rooms participating must have their doors decorated by December 13th. Awards will be given for innovative media, best representation of the movie, best connection to the course/subject taught in the room, and best in show. Billboard announced Tuesday the list of artists of the century. Beyoncé was ranked #1 with Taylor Swift at 2, causing a stir amongst Swifties and the Beehive across social media, according to the News International. Taylor had more impact in the last 5 years than Beyoncé in her whole career, said a fan on X. Beyoncé only won because Taylor started at 15, said another fan. Spotify Wrapped, a yearly recap of what your top artists and songs were of the year, came out Wednesday on the Spotify app. Forbes reported users were disappointed with this year's Wrapped as they used generative AI to create it, causing it to lack details from previous years. Environmental Club is hosting a Candygram and bake sale. You can visit after school next Wednesday and Thursday if you are unable to attend. They will sell Candygrams during both lunch periods on those days. All proceeds will go to Turtle Up, an organization dedicated to protecting sea turtles and their habits. The winter clothing drive started December 2nd and ends the 17th. The class officers are collecting winter clothes, including coats, hats, and gloves. Email amcginty@UAHS Schools for more information. That's all we got for today. See you next week, Bears.